Hello and welcome. My name is Marilyn Harder. I'm a Pilates instructor and Pilates master trainer. I'm here today to speak to you about your powerhouse. So often in our daily life and our daily movement, we forget about the center part of our core. Our powerhouse was central to Joseph Pilates' philosophy and movement practice. So understanding what the powerhouse is and how to activate its four major parts will really give you insight in how to connect and control not only in your Pilates practice, but with your day-to-day life. So the term powerhouse literally looks like a house. So the roof of our house is actually our diaphragm. So if you think about our rib cage and how it opens, it creates a nice little roof within your powerhouse. And the diaphragm is activated through breathing. So in our previous video about breath, we talked about that deep inhale and exhale that activates that diaphragmatic and transverse abdominis connection. So the diaphragm and the transverse abdominis, which are like the walls of your house or the outer foundation, are connected with breath. So let's do that. We're going to take a nice big inhale through our nose. Just a big one, whatever you can get, expanding that rib cage out to the side. Don't try and hold in your abdominals yet. Let that breath be big. Feel it. Maybe even hold your breath. Take another little sip of air. See if you can get more in there. And then exhale, blow out all the air. Till there's not a molecule left. Joseph Pilates likened this to wringing out a washcloth, wringing out every single molecule of stale air. So when you do, you should have felt the roof of your house and the walls of your house fire up. Let's do that again. Nice big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, blow out all that air, either ha or and now you should have felt it again. All right, there's two more major parts to our central powerhouse and then two accessories to our powerhouse. So the third part is our pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is the foundation to our powerhouse, and activating that pelvic floor is sometimes a bit more challenging. I did an entire video on activating your pelvic floor, which you can click on and watch for a deeper dive. But one of my favorite cues for activating the pelvic floor is narrowing the sits bones. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go ahead and jump to that video and you'll learn how to activate. So now I want you to think about narrowing the sits bones. See if you can draw them together, and you should feel a gentle tightening and lifting within that pelvic floor. Okay, now let's add in that breath to invite the powerhouse diaphragm and walls transverse abdominis. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow out all that air. All while lifting narrowing the sits bones to lift the pelvic floor. Now you should feel like things got a lot narrower and tighter. So you've got your roof, your walls, your baseline, your floor. The last part of it is like the I-beams or the walls of your powerhouse. And these are the Erector Spinea and Multifidis that line each side of your spine. The way to find these is I want you to go ahead and stand up nice and tall. And as long as your shoulder mobility allows, wrap your hands to find your spine. Your fingers will touch your spine. They'll go just wide and find that little hollow. And that's called the laminar groove. And then a little wider to find some musculature that plumps up against your hands. Now, what we're going to do is stand up really tall and try and find equal activation in all four corners of your foot, like they're cars and you're trying to put weight on all four tires. Now, I want you to exhale and start to lean forward at the ankles. And you should feel those muscles start to plump up against you. If you feel one side plump more up than the other, chances are you're rotated. So try and rotate through the waist and or maybe lean a little bit more to one side till you find an equal activation. There's mine. So in that equal activation, you are now going to inhale to grow taller, narrow your sits bones. Now exhale, blow out all that air. Draw on the transverse abdominis. Keep the length through your spine you gained in the inhale, and feel that diaphragm connect. So we're going to do that one more time. This is to find the axial elongation through that spine through our powerhouse. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow out all that air. Narrow your sits bones. And there you have it, your powerhouse. In addition, we're going to add in the accessories, which is lumbopelvic stability and scapular stability. All of those work together to create dynamic connection and support for your body. And what was once known as your core in functional movement has now expanded to include scapular stability and lumbopelvic stability. I created separate videos for scapular stability, and which I call the thoracic tug of war, and lumbopelvic stability. So if you'd like to have a deeper dive into either of those topics, go ahead and search my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day.